Well, the skies certainly aren't cooperating, Bronk, but for a lot of those guys on the fields, this is perfect football weather. As we welcome you to another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between these Road Warriors and the Carolina Panthers.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Ball is teed up as rain continues to fall. And we're off and running from Charlotte. Trey Tucker to return it. He stopped on the run back of the 27.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Blue 32, ready.
First play is to the air. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Red 38.
Throwing again on 2nd. Connects on the crosser. Now here it goes, down the right sideline. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take a 6-0 lead right away. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35.
Easy.
Mahomes starting off with a throw. It's McBride downfield, and he's got it. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there, and a new set of downs. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack drives them in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this second down.
A loss of 3 yards. It's second down.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's in trouble and gets blocked out again. And these guys need to find a way to hold up better for their QB. This offense now facing third down.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Getting out to his left. Great work by the coverage downfield. Buys him enough time to catch him outside the pocket. And this drive has come to a screeching halt. 3 straight sacks. That brings up fourth down. And it's off the upright, but still bounces off the crossbar and goes through. College-style points are just luck. They're going to take this one either way. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. Butker on now to kick this one away. Tucker now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Tucker on the return. The Panthers take over first and 10.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
Come on, set. 52 blue. Yellow, hut.
Lone back gets the handoff. This is tough running with this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up second and 7.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7.
Here we go. Yellow, 43. Ready.
Back-to-back carries here. He dodged the tackle. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First down from the 42.
Set, ready. Yellow, 22.
Back to the well again. This is tough running with this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down.
Gain of 4. It's now second and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Changing things up, they're going to throw now. Cut out left. And out of bounds he goes on that big pickup. They're inside the red zone now. They get 37 on the play. And that's good for a Panthers first.
10 at the 17-yard line.
Smash, red. Block 40. Ready?
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. That'll be second down.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And this is going to get him right up near that first down, but he's marked short after a gain of 7, third down.
Brings up third down.
And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of one. The Panthers have taken the early lead. Back to Charlotte in just a moment. Time for our second quarter here, and the Panthers are thinking points.
Here we go. Ready.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Got it.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Trouble, 38. Set, punt. Set.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Vacates quickly left side. Catch made. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers now lead by 10. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Panthers drive their lead to 11. The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Return coming from the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. And downfield, he's got it. It's worthy. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Now here's Cam Scatterboot on the ground. He's got a gain of 6 there. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to it. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive run, you really break the backs of the defense.
And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. Give him 8 on that one. And that is good for a 1st down.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the 1st defender. Heck, not even by the 2nd one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
Escapes the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Throwing the out route complete. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
Yellow. 43.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. Rolling left, buying some time. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone, but they just can't finish the play.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Screen here for Scatterboot. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Do I sit and judge defense? I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
On to try the field goal, Harrison Butker. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards. Oh, look at this, it's a fake. They're going to throw. Go right side, and McBride has it. And they score. They trade an attempt at 3 into 6 with the fake. Now Harrison Butker for the point after. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Snowhawks cut the lead down to 4.
Snowhawks 10. Harrison Butker is set to
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Tucker now on the return. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner, and this gets out to the 30.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Ready?
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Another carry for him. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
First down from the 42.
Set, ready. Ready?
They lost the football. And it's picked up by the defense. Well, they can't add anything after that recovery, partner, but they do take possession of the football. Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down.
Cut. Hey, green. Red, 38. Cut.
This time it's a passing play. Setting up the screen. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina 1st down.
Strike, clock. Come on, set.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. And dose of the hurry up here. Working now from the gun. On the move, hit it right. He tucks it and takes off. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Set, cut. Ready.
Working inside the red zone. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that passing, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player, and now as a coach, please don't do that again.
Escapes out to the left. Now he takes it. He has the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers will add to their lead at the end of the half. PAT effort coming up. Got a good play in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Panthers drive their lead to 11. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Fields this one at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. And this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. He fields it from the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
First down and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Scatterboo now from the gun. He's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
To the air, Mahomes. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
And a Tokyo first down.
He put it back on here. He's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now the first carry for Quinshawn Judkins. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a new set of downs.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
Pacheco gets it from the gun. They bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. Giving him an 18-yard pickup there. And that gives him the first.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at him and go make a point.
Yellow!
Scatterboo here on the toss. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Moving by his back, Scatterboo. And he's tackled for a short gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Has him on the quick hitter. We got the football clock, but not the first. That stop just shy of the marker, 4th down.
A gain of 4 brings up 4th down and 1.
Mahomes to throw for it. Throw caught by his running back. And he is stuffed at the line. They don't get the yard they need, and now they're going to catch a breather. They turn it over on downs.
Result of the play.
Panthers look just about ready. 1st and 10.
Ready, set.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Tyreek Stevenson getting up to track that one down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Ready, go, blue, 30, ready.
Shotgun snap, they'll throw. Chased out to his right. Now he's trying one deep, center of the... He's got it deep downfield. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. A pickup there of 39. And that's good for a Panthers first.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were. And the QB just knew it.
And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Smack, red. yellow, white, white. Hut, hut, set.
He's going to throw it. Hits him on the out route. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
Ready.
Back now, pressure coming. Flush out to his left. He can run it. And out he goes on the final play of the quarter. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Panthers have set themselves up for the victory, Brock. Now just need to carry this lead through the final whistle. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Check smash. Here we go. Here we go. 50 green. Ready.
Here's the long back on the handoff. And they were waiting for him on that draw, weren't they? They get him behind the line. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Tackled back at the 26-yard line.
Let's go. Set.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Buying some time right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Hut, go. Hut, hut.
3rd and long for him here. Buys time, rolling right. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Grant Delpit in to pick it off. And the Snowhawks have some new life in the 4th.
Kate, I think you can almost sense a little bit of a hesitant spark out there. Nobody is going to get too excited. You're still down 2 scores, but there's a little flash of hope, a little flash of optimism. Their defense just gave the offense by taking the ball away.
Only finds a couple of yards of space. It's 2nd down.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Now it's Mahomes. Forced out to his right. Complete out to the right side. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs. Running with Scannaboo. He brushed him off with ease. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Tokyo, 1st down. First and 10.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he hits the lane for 9 into enemy territory.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
From left is intercepted. Picked up by Peyton Wilson. And the Panthers have it now on his 8th pick of the year.
Intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard
So good field
line.
position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 33, yellow. Ready, ready, set.
Back to work after throwing the pick. He's not going to be able to escape, and down he goes. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Brings up
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you're on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just sling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, you take a huge negative sack like that.
The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
Ready.
4 guys out wide. Here we go, 3rd and long.
White, white. Here we go, set. Drill, blue, 32. Steel, black. Hut, hut.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. He drops it. Oh, a huge gain in hand, but he couldn't finish the catch. Here's someone from a family of punters, Ryan Stonehouse, on to punt on 4th. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Has some daylight through the 40, and he didn't quite break it, but still an excellent return that gets him up near midfield. First and 10 now from the 46. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. This is Cox. That's Slayton. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. A big 34-yard pickup there. And they're going to have a first down now. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone on first. This is taken in by Slayton on the right side. He's out of bounds. Looks like right around the 5-yard line, partner. So they're going to be set up with first and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First down. First and goal.
Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Flushed out of the pocket. To the end zone, but incomplete. Couldn't get it. That's going to set up second and goal. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Back to the air, Mahomes. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Snowhawks trailing by 11. Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for third and goal. Throwing now. And it's incomplete on third and goal.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Hey, 43, 10.
Desperation time here. Getting out to his left. And he's going to go down. Make it to him on fourth and goal and complete the defensive stand.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
They're going to pass it here. Out to his wide out, it's a screen. And he's brought down after a short gain.
How's your block shedding out there, boys? Because they need to get through some blocks to hang that screen up quickly. And they were Johnny on the spot.
45, wide. Ready?
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Off his back foot. He's going to hurl this one deep. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be third down. Well, this goes for every player in every sport, Brock. Fatigue in the fourth quarter. So that can mean dropped interceptions just as much as it can mean a dropped catch, too.
And believe it or not, Kate, quarterbacks, they can get fatigued, too. Maybe not as much physically as their buddies running around and hitting, but mentally. You just get tired there as a passer. You start.
They connect on the deep shot. And he has it all the way down to the 30-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Come on.
They are throwing it again. Escapes the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
It's second and 21 at the 41-yard line.
Ready. Cut.
They'll go play action. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
White. Ready.
From the gun on third down. Going deep here for the end zone. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. Just can't finish the play.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
4th and forever coming up.
Here we set, go. Hut.
They're going to try to throw for it. That's cut beyond the marker. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
That's good.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw when you throw it that deep outside the numbers that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead.
Ready, ready. Hut, hut.
Working inside the red zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers have likely locked up the win right there. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
The Panthers kick team out there now as they send it away. Shaheed now to return. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Scannaboo. He's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. So the Panthers pick up the win here. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field.